Hi guys, good morning. So you'll notice that I'm in the classroom because I forgot to record a video last night. My apologies. So obviously I couldn't bring Max to school. He's not here. Um, but yeah, I'll make sure to be better about that and doing it at home so that y'all can see Max because I know they all like to see him. Okay, so today is centers. You have today and tomorrow. All work, I repeat, all work is due on Monday. I think that last week I gave y'all too much time to do things. So, like I said, all work is due on Monday. No excuses. After that, it becomes late. So please make sure that you're turning it into the basket and not my desk. Remember, if it goes on my desk, who knows what could happen to it. If it's in the basket, then I'm responsible for it after that. Okay, that becomes my responsibility. So if I know it's in the basket and you know you've turned it in, I'll be able to grade it later on. Okay. And hopefully last night you showed your parents your progress reports and the yellow page and kind of explained to them what your grades were. And, guys, if mom and dad have questions, they need to ask me. Tell them to ask me. I'm not afraid to tell them, what's going on with your grades, or if they don't understand something that's on there, yeah, they can come and ask me, and they shouldn't be afraid to come ask me either, okay? Because it's important. Your grades are super important. So let's keep that in mind every time we get a grade report from me or from any of your teachers for that matter. Okay, so you have a pink sheet that looks like this. And if you'll notice at the top, I don't know if you can see it because my camera's a little small. It says evens only, and I think y'all know what evens only means. That's going to mean that you're only going to answer the even questions. So starting with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, so on and so on. So none of the odds, just the evens, and that's the front side, okay? Remember, the rule for adding and subtracting decimals, because that's what we're doing today, is that you need to, and I think y'all can finish that sentence for me, line up the decimals. If you do not line up your decimals, automatically your answer is going to be wrong. You have to line them up by their place value. The decimals have to be on top of each other. Okay. And for subtracting, make sure that you put the greater number on top. Either way, just put the greater number on top just so you get into that habit of not having to worry about that. So greater number on top. So I'll do a couple with you, starting with, let's see. Let's start with number 2, just to start with. Okay, so again, number 2 is an even. We're not doing the odds. So 2 and 6/10 is greater, so that's going to go on top. And I'm going to show you this in a second, so just let me write it out. And then 0 and 72/100 at the bottom. So far, it should look like that because the decimals need to be lined up. Now, I need something here, right? I can't just have a blank space. So obviously, I'm going to need 0 to hero to come through and help us out. So I put in my little imaginary 0. Now, can I take 2 from 0? No. And y'all know that. I'm going to have to borrow from the 6. Remember, you asked him, do you have enough, you have anything or any power to give me? Yes, he does. Or give back, I should say. So 6 becomes a 5, and 0 becomes a 10. You take 1 from the 6 and give 10 to the 0. Now I can take away. Now I can do 10 minus 2, which is 8. Okay. But now, if I have 5, can I take away 7? Okay, the answer is no, right? If I have 5, I cannot take away 7. So again, I need to borrow from its next door neighbor, the 2. 2 is going to become a 1, and 5 becomes 15, right? Now, can I take 15 minus 7? Yes, I can. What does that leave you with? That should leave you with 8, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, yes. Okay. Next step, you want to drop down the decimal. Remember I tell you, Santa drops off the present at the house. That's your present, that decimal. Drop it down. And then what's left over? The 1 minus 0. Obviously, you still have 1 left, so 1. Okay. So that was number 2. So your answer for number 2 should have left you with 1 and 88 hundredths. Okay, that's your 10th place, your 100th place. 1 and 88 hundredths. Okay, that's number 2. We'll do one more on the front, and then we'll go to the back. Okay, evens only. Let's go down to, let's do an addition one since we did a subtraction one. I want to go down to, let's see, looking. Let's do number 14. Number 14. So 14, I'm going to write it out for you, is 9 and 800 plus 3 and 6200. Okay. So that is number 14 for you right there. Okay, to begin, we have 8 and 2, which gives you 10. I cannot put that full 10 in that one single space. I'm going to have to carry over, regroup, right? So 8 and 2 gives me 10. Carry it over. 6 and 1 gives me 7, obviously. Okay. Santa needs to drop off the present at the house. Bring him on down, decimal. And then 9 and 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I want to make sure that y'all get into the habit of putting that decimal there. Okay, dropping down the decimal. Don't wait until after you're finished solving, because sometimes we make a mistake and then that could lead to bigger mistakes, maybe like on our STAR test, right? So let's make sure that we're doing it right the first time. Now, if you choose to just put 12 and 7/10, is that okay? The answer to that is yes, because does this 0 have any value at this point? No. So 12 and 7/10 will be the same as 12 and 70 hundredths. So if you choose not to put that 0, it will not be counted against you, okay? So that way, I'm just reminding you, that way you remember that they are equal in value. That trailing 0 has no value. Okay? That's the front. So now I'm going to go to the back where you actually have some word problems. And again, I only want you to do the even, so that's 2, 4, 6, and 8 on the back, okay? So the first one, what is the difference between 13 and 400 and 12 and 600? I'm not going to worry about that one because I think that y'all can handle that one yourself. All right. Number 4, Jamal put 75 cents in the parking meter. An hour later, he added another 50 cents. How much did he put in the meter in all? Okay. How much did he put in the meter in all is asking a total. They didn't say a total, but that's what they mean. How much in all is saying how much did they put in all together, right? So if at first he put in 75 cents, I'm going to put that down. And I know he wants to add in, he added 50 cents worth later. This should be my setup on number 4. Okay, decimals lined up. Remember, if they're not lined up, the answer is wrong. All right, 5 and 0 give you 5. 7 and 5 should give you 12. Got to carry that 1 over though, because it's too much. Okay, that place can only hold so much. Santa drops off the present, bring him to the house. And then that 1 is going to drop down here. Okay. So how much total money has he spent on the parking meter? $1.25. Okay. Make sure you're showing your work on every single question, guys, because I'm not going to accept it if it's not. All right. So let's keep going. I'm going to go down to number 8. Number 8. The first song in the dance routine is 1 7/75 minutes long. The second song is 2 5/10. What is the combined time for both songs? The combined. So again, combined is telling us to do what? What do you think? Okay, it is adding, right? Combined means to add. So I want the combined time for both songs, 1 and 2. Okay. So again, I'm going to set that up. It says the first song was 1 7/75, and the second song was 2 and you know what? I'm going to do this differently because I want to make sure that y'all put down the greater number on top. Even if it is adding, I still want to see that because I just want y'all to get into the habit of putting the greater number on top. Okay, so right now our setup looks like this. However, I need that missing 0, that placeholder, just to remind us. Okay, so 0 and 5 gives us 5. Okay. 7 and 5 should give you 12. But again, I can't put that whole 12 here. I'm going to have to carry over. Santa needs to drop down the present to the house right here. And then I can add up my last column. I have 1 and 2 gives me 3, plus 1 more is 4. Okay, so just like that. Ready? The combined time for both songs would be answer choice D, 4 and 2,500. Okay, so guys, like I said, this is front and back, and it's only the even problem. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, all the way down, and then on the back as well, 2, 4, 6, and 8. All right, and we already did 4 and 8 together. That means you only have 2 more on the back. Okay, so I don't think that asking you to turn this in on Mondays, it's only Thursday right now, unless you're watching it tomorrow. Um, it shouldn't take you that long, okay? So please get this done and turn it into the basket as soon as you finish. Again, do not put it on my desk, okay? Because things get lost on my desk and I would hate to lose something of yours that's valuable, which is your grades at this point, okay? So just make sure that you're turning into the basket and focusing. And as soon as you get a chance, tell your friend, if they're not watching the video, make sure you tell them to watch it because this is one of their responsibilities. Alrighty. If you have any questions, ask a partner first. Because you know I'm going to be working small group. And then after that, if you still have that question, nobody can answer it for you, then you can come and ask me. Okay. Just kind of keep in mind that my small group time is small group time only. I need to focus on those kiddos at that point. Alrighty. Other than that, I can't think of anything else. Get your work done and behave yourself. Okay? See y'all soon.